Hi there, Roland. Dear editor, I'm writing in reference to the international newspaper focusing on inspirational speeches which can really encourage people to make a difference. I'm writing in reference to the international newspaper. Which one? I don't know which one it is. So I think I'm going to change this to an A. I'm writing in reference to an international newspaper focusing on inspirational speeches, which can really encourage people to make a difference. I've seen a TED video about a French street artist, JR, the wrinkles of the city. The theme was the elderly and ancient tradition. China has been developing by leaps and bounds recently. China witnessed turmoil is uncountable. Many enormous political turmoil. China witnessed enormous the Japanese occupation. Okay, now I get it. China has witnessed, and then you're going to enunciate, enormous political turmoil. The Japanese occupation, the establishment of the Communist Party, the Cultural Revolution, and the Great Leap Forward. The the metropolis of Shanghai conjures up images of glitz and glitter, skyscrapers which soar above the ancient historical buildings in everyone's mind, which soar above skyscrapers which soar above the ancient the metropolis conjures up many images of glitz and glitter, skyscrapers which soar above the ancient historical buildings are prominent in everyone's mind. The new and the old are able to coexist with each other. While a medical expert is treating his or her patients using 5,000-year-old traditions, citizens are embracing the advent of the latest technological innovations, such as the artificial sun and the quantum computer. Seeing this fruitful symbiosis, it begs the question why a lot of countries' authorities allow it. I think also allow it while at the same time destroying their old decrepit buildings, letting ancient occupations die out. China has been going unprecedented urbanization. A vast number of people moved to the bigger cities from villages in the hope of a better life. Shanghai has exceeded 27 million in population by virtue of unabated mass migration. JR travelled to Shanghai and started his Herculean mission. His photography models were chosen among the cohort of elderly people. So his photography models I think I would probably photographic models were chosen from among the cohort of elderly people. He pasted his monumental photographs on the street. His grandiose project went viral through WeChat, the Chinese social media application. These messages were universal, and they did have limitation in the propinquity of this geographical location. The limitation. Okay, the messages were universal. And were limited in propinquity to this geographical location where the project took place. Where the project was undertaken. Sounds better. The Wrinkles of the City was the documentation of the transformation, and it reminded us of the importance of maintaining old customs. Memories will be vanishing. Memories will vanish. Okay. Memories are slowly vanishing as the elders leave us. They need to pass their knowledge I'd like an on as well, on to the younger generation prior to going away. Passing on. Because going away, it just means leaving. Passing on, to pass on, to die. Despite our modern world's achievements and over-reliance on technological state of the art, gadgets, the artist reminds us that we should cling to old customs, and we ought not to underestimate our elders' experience, advice and beliefs. In conclusion, I am absolutely convinced his speech was really motivational. Not only does his urban art highlight the important aspect of our society, but it also made us thoughtful. Urban art can really enlighten and empower people. Okay, this one didn't flow very well. Yeah, I've got bits where it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not bad though, but it's definitely not up to the really good quality of some of the others. I think I'm probably going to give this a 6 at C2 because it's still got some nice structures, it's got some good bits, it's not badly written, but you can do better. Okay, now let me just answer what you've actually said in your essay, because I quite like it. It's very true, the Chinese are forgetting about their ancient customs. It's just they're embarrassed by the old-fashioned and ancient beliefs. They're not modern, and they're an embarrassing part of the past. This is something that they don't want to be reminded about. They want to be completely new and completely modern, and that makes them cool. And being old-fashioned and ancient and having ancient beliefs, this is not cool. And then talking about your mass migration to Shanghai, I first visited Shanghai in 1979, and it was all rice fields and a little bit of city and 0 large buildings. I went back 3 or 4 years ago and it's just unrecognizable. It's a new city, more impressive than New York. So the essay is not bad. You could do better. It needs to flow better. There are areas here where it is difficult for me to get the sense of what you're trying to say.